Welcome to March, a month famous for its unpredictable and dramatic weather shifts where the atmosphere seems to be in constant motion. As winter slowly fades and spring begins to push in, the clash between lingering cold and surging warmth sparks powerful storms and sets the stage for a wild ride. This week, a major shift in the weather pattern will surge spring-like energy across much of the country, fueling everything from soaking rains to severe thunderstorms and even tornadoes in some regions. You might notice the signs all around you: trees starting to bud, snow melting away, and people trading heavy coats for lighter jackets, all while the sky churns with energy. The period from March 5th to 11th looks especially active, with a parade of storms tracking from the southern plains all the way up to the Great Lakes, threatening to disrupt travel and daily routines. This active storm track acts like a conveyor belt, delivering system after system to millions of people, sometimes with barely a break in between. The main driver behind this chaos: a sharp temperature contrast between lingering northern cold and surging southern warmth, creating a battleground in the sky. This is classic March weather, but the scale and intensity this year are especially notable, with more states than usual in the path of these storms. Some areas will finally get much-needed rain to ease drought conditions, while others may face the opposite problem: flooding from too much rain falling too quickly, overwhelming rivers and streams. The threat of severe weather is very real. Damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes could all be in play, especially where the warm and cold air collide most violently. These storms can develop rapidly, sometimes turning from gentle rain showers to dangerous supercells in just a matter of minutes, catching many off guard. Now is the time to review your safety plan, make sure your emergency kit is stocked, and ensure you have a reliable way to get weather alerts, even if the power goes out. Over the next week, conditions will change fast, sometimes in just a few hours, so staying updated is crucial. Being informed and prepared is your best defense against whatever March throws your way. Stay alert, stay safe, and let's break down what's happening in the atmosphere to create this turbulent start to March. The battle between seasons is on, and it's about to get intense as winter and spring fight for control. Let's dive into the powerful forces driving this wild weather, and see what you can expect in the days ahead. Here's what you need to know to stay ahead and keep your loved ones safe as March's turbulent weather unfolds. To understand this wild weather, we need to look up to the jet stream. This invisible force high above our heads is one of the most powerful drivers of weather on our planet. It's not just a line on a weather map, it's a living, breathing river of air that shapes the conditions we experience every day. The jet stream is a fast-moving river of air high above the Earth, steering storms across the globe. It acts like a conveyor belt, pushing weather systems from one side of the continent to the other, sometimes with incredible speed. Right now, it's forming a deep trough over the west and a ridge in the east, creating a powerful southwest to northeast flow. This pattern is classic for unleashing dramatic weather, as it sets the stage for big temperature swings and stormy skies. This atmospheric highway will guide multiple storms from Texas and Oklahoma through the Mississippi and Ohio valleys to the Great Lakes. Each system rides the jet stream's current, following its path like cars on a busy interstate. The result: some areas could see round after round of rain and thunderstorms. For communities in the path, it means bracing for repeated downpours, rumbles of thunder, and the threat of severe weather that just keeps coming. When storms repeatedly hit the same places, flooding risk rises dramatically. Rivers and streams can quickly overflow, and city streets may turn into temporary lakes, making travel dangerous and threatening homes and businesses. This isn't just a day or two of bad weather, it could be a full week of it. Persistent rain and storms can wear down even the most prepared communities, testing infrastructure and patience alike. The dip in the west pulls down cold air. The ridge in the east draws up warmth. This clash of temperatures is the fuel for powerful storms, and it's what makes spring weather so unpredictable and intense. The storm track sits right in the middle, where the atmosphere is most energetic. Here, warm and cold air collide, creating the perfect breeding ground for severe weather outbreaks. This is where severe weather ingredients come together. Thunderstorms can quickly grow into monsters, producing hail, damaging winds, and even tornadoes. Understanding the jet stream's behavior is key to forecasting the most significant weather. Meteorologists watch its every twist and turn, knowing that even a small shift can change the forecast dramatically. It's the engine driving this entire March event. Without the jet stream, these storms wouldn't have the energy or direction to become so intense or widespread. The setup is classic for spring. Cold meets warm and storms erupt. It's a dramatic dance of the seasons, with winter and spring battling for control. This week, the jet stream is the main player. Its position and strength will decide who gets rain, who sees snow, and who faces the risk of severe storms. Stay tuned as we track its every move. The story of this week's weather is being written high above us, and every update could bring new surprises. The next piece of the puzzle: where these storms get their fuel. The jet stream sets the stage, but something else provides the moisture and energy. Let's look south to the Gulf of Mexico, where warm, humid air is ready to surge northward and supercharge the storms ahead. Every strong storm needs fuel, something to ignite its power and keep it going. In the heart of spring, as the atmosphere grows restless, that fuel source becomes even more important. For the central U.S., that fuel comes from the Gulf of Mexico, a vast reservoir of warmth and moisture that sits just to the south waiting to be tapped. As the weather pattern shifts, strong southerly winds surge northward, pumping warm, humid air deep into the plains and Mississippi Valley. This invisible river of moisture is the lifeblood of springtime storms. This tropical moisture is the key ingredient for explosive thunderstorms. It's what transforms a simple rain shower into a towering, lightning-filled giant. Without it, we just see clouds and wind. But with it, storms can become severe, unleashing torrential rain, gusty winds, and even hail. Each system riding the jet stream taps into this moisture, increasing the risk for flooding and severe weather. The jet stream acts like a conveyor belt, carrying storm after storm across the region. The sharp contrast, cooler, drier air to the north and west, warm, sticky air to the south and east, creates a battleground in the sky. Where these air masses collide, the atmosphere becomes primed for action. Thunderstorms will ignite along this boundary, feeding on the Gulf's energy and erupting with dramatic displays of lightning and thunder. The threat zone is focused along this corridor, not the entire country, but a swath where conditions are just right for severe weather to develop. Humidity will rise, temperatures will be above average, and storms will have plenty of fuel to grow stronger and last longer than usual. As each system moves out of the Rockies, it grabs a fresh supply of Gulf moisture, recharging itself before sweeping across the plains. That means the risk of heavy rain and severe weather continues with every passing storm. Some areas could see repeated rounds of storms, increasing the threat for flash flooding. The Gulf is officially open for business, and it's fueling our weather this week, sending wave after wave of moisture northward. If you feel the humidity rising, you're already seeing the signs. The air feels heavier, stickier, and storms are never far behind. This is the environment storms love, a perfect recipe for volatility and rapid storm development. The stage is set for a volatile week, with the potential for dramatic weather swings and sudden downpours. Next, let's pinpoint who's most at risk as the Gulf's energy powers up the storms ahead. Let's zero in on the areas facing the highest risk. The active storm track puts a bullseye on the central U.S., from Texas and Oklahoma up through the Mississippi and Ohio valleys to the Great Lakes. Early in the week, the focus is on the southern plains, Texas, Oklahoma, western Arkansas, southeastern Kansas, and southwestern Missouri. As the week progresses, the threat shifts northeast into Arkansas, Louisiana, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, and even Michigan. Wednesday, March 4th is the first big day. Damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes are possible, especially from North Texas to southwest Missouri. If you're in these areas, be weather aware and have multiple ways to receive warnings. This is a multi-day event. The threat moves with the storms. Don't assume you're in the clear after the first round. The pattern is persistent, and the storm track is locked in. From Dallas to Detroit, millions need to stay alert. Each day brings new risks as the storms march east. Stay updated on your local forecast. The danger zone is wide and heavily populated. This is not a drill. Be ready. Now let's talk about the dual threats these storms bring. Spring storms bring two major threats, tornadoes and flooding. This week's pattern could deliver both, sometimes from the same storm. The tornado risk is highest in the warm, unstable air south of the main storm track, where supercells can quickly spin up. Wednesday's focus, North Texas to southwest Missouri, with real tornado potential. Know your safe place, basement, storm cellar, or interior room on the lowest floor. At the same time, repeated storms mean flooding risk grows. Multiple rounds of rain can quickly overwhelm the ground, leading to flash flooding. Low-lying roads and urban areas are especially vulnerable. Never drive through flooded roads. Turn around, don't drown. Once the ground is saturated, any new rain runs off fast, swelling creeks and streams. Flash flooding can happen with little warning. Pay attention to flood warnings as you would tornado warnings. If you live in a flood-prone area, be ready to move to higher ground. The dual threat is real. Tornadoes and floods can strike with little notice. Stay alert and have your plan ready. Flooding isn't just a flash flood problem, it's a river problem too. Heavy rain will flow into creeks, streams, and eventually major rivers like the Ohio, Missouri, and Mississippi. Water levels will rise, and significant river flooding is possible in the coming weeks. Melting snow in the north adds even more water to the system. This combination of rain and rapid snowmelt is a recipe for widespread flooding. River flooding is slower to develop, but can be just as destructive, impacting farmland, roads, and riverside communities. If you live near a major river, know your flood risk and stay updated on forecasts. Prepare now. Don't wait for the water to rise. The flood threat is evolving and serious. While the central U.S. braces for floods, the southeast, especially Florida, is facing the opposite problem, drought and fire risk. High pressure over the Atlantic is blocking rain, leaving Florida and nearby states dry. Extreme drought covers much of Florida, and wildfire risk is rising fast. The same pattern fueling storms in the plains is creating dangerous fire conditions in the southeast. If you're in this region, be fire-wise. Follow burn bans, clear flammable debris, and have an evacuation plan. The contrast is stark. Floods in the heartland, fires in the southeast. Both threats are serious and demand attention. Stay alert for fire weather warnings. Prepare your home and family for wildfire season. Opposite extremes, same need for readiness. The impacts stretch north too, into the upper Midwest and Northeast. Here, surges of warm air and rain trigger rapid snowmelt and unique hazards. One major concern, ice jams. When rivers thaw, chunks of ice can dam up, causing sudden, localized flooding. Melting snow adds even more water, especially if the ground is still frozen and can't absorb it. Rain on snow is a fast way to flood rivers and streams. The double whammy rain plus snowmelt means rising water not just in the central US, but further north as well. Stay away from riverbanks. They can be unstable during thaws. Be aware of ice jam risks and sudden flooding. The transition from winter to spring can be dangerous. Northern states need to stay vigilant. The hazards are real, even as the snow disappears. With so many threats, preparation is key. Stay informed. Have multiple ways to get weather alerts like a NOAA weather radio and weather apps. Follow local meteorologists and the National Weather Service for updates. Talk with your family about what to do for tornadoes, floods, and wildfires. Identify your safe place for tornadoes, and know evacuation routes for floods and fires. Prepare an emergency kit with water, food, medications, flashlight, batteries, and a radio. Keep your phone charged. Information is critical during power outages. Don't wait for a warning to make your plan. Check on neighbors, especially those who may need extra help. Watch for rising water, darkening skies, or signs of fire. Alert others if you see danger. We're all in this together. Community matters. This March, respect the weather and stay ready. Conditions can change fast. Don't be caught off guard. Stay alert, stay safe, and be prepared. We'll keep you updated every step of the way. Let's face this turbulent start to March together.